Hello, once again, everybody, and welcome to Jwickshealth. This week, what we want to talk about is what do non-endurance athletes need, and what do endurance athletes need. Non-endurance athletes, such as football players, baseball players, weightlifters, require energy for short bursts, short periods of time. Endurance athletes, such as marathoners, triathletes, they need energy for a long, long haul. They're constantly burning up calories, constantly burning up energy. They each require different foods to get through the day. They each require slightly different types of food to play their sports. Non-endurance athletes should consume between 55 to 60% of their calorie intake should be carbohydrates. About 30% of their intake should be fats, and the remaining 10 to 15% of the calorie intake should be proteins. For the non-endurance athlete, you should consume just beforehand some type of high carbohydrate type of food, such as like fruit or fruit juice. Now, during exercise for non-endurance athlete, obviously you perspire quite a bit, so you should make sure you consume plenty of water throughout the time of exercise. And if you find for the non-endurance athlete that your activity is lasting 60 minutes, hour and a half, or longer, you want to replace your carbohydrates with some type of sports drink. And as I said, if the exercise was afterwards was long and strenuous, you will definitely need some refueling. So try to get some foods and juices that are high in carbohydrates to replenish yourself. Now, to the endurance athlete, carbohydrates is far and away the number one most important thing. A lot of the athletes do the carbohydrate loading. What they do is perhaps a couple weeks before the big event, what they'll do is they'll deplete their carbohydrate intake for, as I said, perhaps a couple weeks. Now, in the day or so before that, it makes the body very sensitive to any carbohydrates that they would intake, and they would get the most out of it. So then the day of or so, they load up on the carbohydrates, and it really helps them when they got their endurance, marathon triathletes, when they do their thing, really helps them out. Also, the endurance athlete would want to try to avoid something such as like coffee, tea, or alcohol, since these beverages will dehydrate you. You certainly don't want to get dehydrated when you're running a marathon. However, some athletes do drink a little bit of coffee just beforehand, just to give them that little extra boost. Now, for the endurance athlete, the day of the event, you want to eat something, a light breakfast, nothing really heavy that's going to weigh you down. Also, you want to make sure you have water at regular intervals so that you start the event fully hydrated. Very important. During marathons, the carbohydrates in the body get depleted rather quickly, so at any time that you're able to, try to replenish them. That's also very important as well. And you might lose anywhere from 8 to 10 pints of sweat while you're running a marathon. So when it's over, you want to replenish the body's fluids as soon as possible. That's very important as well. So you can say that for the endurance and the non-endurance athletes, carbohydrates are extremely important. Water, extremely important. Sports drinks, extremely important. Just in slightly different amounts. Well, that's all the time I have for right now. Thanks for watching. I'm Jeff. Thanks for watching Jwickshealth. And I'll see you again next week.